Hello, this video belongs to a series of videos that I'm filming as an instructor of the Nei Gong school. You can find the playlist on my YouTube channel to explore the content that we have created to share a little bit of clarity regarding to the purposes of the school, what it is the school about. And actually in this video I'm going to talk to you about the meaning of the school. First of all, the school is a group of individuals that are we share the same kind of goals, right? This is very simple meaning that we can give to it. But in reality, like in our case, and probably like in many cases, the school represents the container of the knowledge and comprehension of that specific subject. What do I mean by this? There are many knowledgeable people about, for instance, Qigong. Even some students who come to me to learn Nei Gong, their mind is quite full of knowledge in terms of meridians and points, and I've done this, I've studied that, and so basically when you do this exercise you try to achieve this, all this kind of mental speculation knowledge that we may acquire when we start reading books and trying to figure out this thing for ourselves without a proper teacher or maybe a proper practice, even just when we try to tackle this issue intellectually. So the knowledge is basically an explanation of certain principles that can have a role in our learning process, although in our school actually it comes after having done the experience of it. And this leads me to the other element that is present in the school, comprehension. What do I mean by comprehension? Direct experience in terms of the emotional, mental and physical result of a certain experience. I do a certain exercise. I don't just know intellectually what the exercise is about. The most simple way could be just executing the instructions in the right way, which already could be a good achievement. But not only I know what to do, but I have the results, the experience, the results on a mental, emotional and physical level of that specific thing. And this is comprehension, which is very different from knowledge, because as I said, you find many knowledgeable people out there who talk about Qigong or other subjects, but actually they could be teachers, lecturer, but not really a practitioner, not really people who have a direct experience of it. So maybe they've gathered lots of knowledge by reading, investigating, making research, but the direct experience is missing. So the comprehension on a physical, mental, emotional level of that specific subject is missing. And knowledge without comprehension or direct experience, it can be misleading actually, because we might think to know, but in reality we're just making up things. We might think to know, but in reality the rabbit hole is much deeper than what we think. We might think to know what energy is about, which is a very common thing, but actually vital energy can be very, very strong and can be a completely different thing than what we imagine. So that's why knowledge can be harmful somehow, because knowledge comes from the ideas expressed by somebody, hopefully, that has a direct experience of it. However, when we read something or hear the word of somebody sharing their own experience of it, we're just listening to an interpretation. We're not having the direct experience of that person. We're just listening to something, and then we color that listening process with our background, with our what we think we know, and actually everything become a mess. That's how knowledge can become misleading. Or even worse, we might, in case of Qigong, we might just go on the internet and try to find solutions or exercises here and there, and we wake up in the morning, we do them every day, and we just delude ourselves most of the time, because we don't have anybody to compare ourselves with in terms of experiences. which that's a good role of a teacher, not somebody who's telling you what you are supposed to feel, but rather verifying your findings, your experiences, because he has worked more, spent more years than you on that path, so he has already gone through certain things. So in the school, we find these two components, which are huge, very important. Knowledge alone, not really good. Comprehension or direct experience can be good. Of course, is good. Somehow we need to translate. We have to create the step-by-step system so that people can have the same experience, which we might call knowledge somehow, the instructions, right? But no more than that. At least this is our, if we can call it, approach, philosophy in our school. So these two elements are a part of school, and the school transcends even the individuals elements of the school. What do I mean? Even the individual practitioners, because one day when me and other practitioners, my teachers, we will all disappear from this planet, from this reality, the knowledge and the direct experience will still be contained into the framework, into the box of the school. So future practitioners will be able to replicate what we have been doing, and who knows how many generations before us have been doing, by executing certain exercises and having a certain outcome. That's another important aspect about following a serious system in a school, that you know that these practices have been used for who knows, and the outcome has been always the same there, and has been passed and refined through generations. So the beauty of the school is that it will last longer than its individual components, in our case practitioners, and people in the future will be able to replicate and achieve what we are doing in this lifetime.